Some people are just going to dislike you no matter what. Us humans have the need to feel accepted, and this goes way back. From the oldest times, we evolved to survive better in communities, and this has led to the wonderful world that we now have today. But this created a problem. Fitting in and having the trust and respect of others are objective measures of your success. Therefore, the need to belong is deeply ingrained in your DNA. Sometimes this need to belong and to be accepted takes the center stage, and we start to care more about what others think of us rather than what we think about ourselves. And we start to overanalyze the small things, like the way some passerby looked at us or the tonality of our acquaintances when they say hello to us. Our confidence is getting more and more dependent on how others perceive us, or more to the point, how we think they perceive us. Because you see, most of the times, all the negative scenarios only happen in our minds. It often happens to me that I go in a room full of people that I know and I greet everybody, and sometimes maybe they're working on something and they can't respond with the same energy that I have, and I start worrying that there is something wrong. When in reality, maybe they're just busy or doing something. And of course, there isn't. This is just my mind messing with me. The people you know, they still like you as much as they did yesterday, and will most probably like you tomorrow as well. Well, that is if you don't do something crazy like getting into a huge argument with somebody or making somebody feel bad about themselves. Another thing that people are insecure about is having a weird hobby like collecting teddy bears or watching anime, and because they're insecure about it, they tend to hide it. It took me a while to realize that people are so busy with their own lives that they honestly don't have the time to care whether you have a weird hobby or not. So there is no need to stress about it. Because you see, we all have things that we love doing in our spare time, things that we think others will consider to be weird. But are they really? The same process plays out with mistakes that we've made, areas in which we're weak, and areas in which we might get publicly rejected. We tend to hide what we don't want people to know about us, and we conform to what other people would like us to be. But what if I told you that there is another more empowering mindset? So instead of focusing on what other people think about you and feeling embarrassed, focus on whether or not you live up to your own values. So I made a list of 6 things to keep in mind that will help you stop caring what other people think about you. Number 1, let go of perfection. It can be hard to shake the feeling that if you just get things right, you will be loved and admired. But this mindset won't do you any good, not only because perfection is an illusion, but because people's perception of you has more to do with them than it has to do with you. We discussed how this mindset had led me to the belief that I was only lovable if I was compliant and helpful in a previous video, so make sure to check it out. Number 2, be true to yourself. If there is something that you really like or enjoy doing that doesn't hurt anyone, then embrace it and stop worrying what others will think of you. At first, I was nervous when I started making those videos because I was worried what my friends or complete strangers would say if I put myself out there. I thought people would judge me, and I was really not feeling comfortable doing it. But what I realized is with every video, I'm getting more and more comfortable with myself, and I'm always learning new things when I'm preparing one of the subjects. And if any of these videos helps even one person, for me, that is incredible. Number 3, stop overthinking. Overthinking can lead you to thinking that you are being judged. And as I said earlier, even with small things like going up to someone and saying hi and them not responding with the same energy that I had, or being a little reserved, used to make me feel nervous and think that there is something wrong. And a few months ago, it would have been impossible for me to talk about something that I'm insecure about. But getting out of your comfort zone will help you grow as a person. I like to think that overthinking is a sign of higher intelligence, because usually the people that overthink are smart people. They think and think and think, and then they miss the opportunities. It could be a beautiful girl that you never talked to because you were stuck in your head, or a business idea that you abandoned by overthinking it. Number 4, know that everyone makes mistakes. What I don't like about today's society is that we are taught that mistakes are bad. We are not encouraged to try things because we might fail, so we might as well not try them at all. Okay, so you didn't study for a test in school? Well, too bad. You get an F and your parents will be upset with you. Society teaches us that mistakes are a bad thing and that we should be ashamed if something doesn't happen how we think it has to happen. And somehow we tend to think that we are the only one making mistakes. We criticize ourselves to the point where we start feeling bad and avoid doing stuff altogether. Okay, so you did a mistake. So what? We all do and we all have. Having compassion for yourself comes easier when you understand that everyone has felt that way. The only productive thing that you can do with your mistakes is to learn from them. Just make sure you don't do the same mistake too many times. Learn and move on. Number 5, know that life is too short. When it all comes down to it, life is too short. I know it's hard to think about it, but you only have one life, so why waste it worrying about others? It's your life and you should live it as you want to live it. Don't live someone else's life and don't worry what people think of you. Haters are gonna hate. You need to focus on your goals, big or small, work towards achieving them, even if they seem scary or if you're worried what people might say. Disregard what others want for you. This is your life, so follow your dreams. You will always have worries, but not letting them take over and stop you from doing things that you love is the main priority. Once you can begin to do this, you will see that only you have control over your life, so make it great. And number 6, some people are just going to dislike you no matter what. So you probably heard the saying, it's better to be loved by few people that you care about than liked by everyone. Don't waste your time trying to get everyone to like you because that's impossible. So instead of worrying about who doesn't like you, focus on being a better person for those who do. Spend your time and energy living an awesome life and using your talents, gifts, and abilities to make the world and people around you better. Let the people in your life like you for who you truly are instead of who you're pretending to be, and you'll notice how your life will change. Okay, so in summary, to stop caring about what other people think about you, you should let go of perfection, be true to yourself, stop overthinking, know that everyone makes mistakes, know that life is too short, and that some people are just going to dislike you no matter what. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider leaving us a like and a subscribe and I'll see you in our next video.